Hey guys, yeah, it's about 8:25 in the morning here on this Monday. And no, it's not and no, I'm not off today because they scheduled me, and I'm not off because they laid me off because I'm seasonal. I'm off because I used an unplanned absence. Now you might ask yourself, well, why'd you do that? Or you might ask the question is why I did that. And I do apologize if I stumble on my words. I'm still waking up, it's early. Um, it's real simple why I did it. It's because my older sister, who got me in at that job at Kohl's, or helped me get in, or suggested I apply there. She's taking the day off as well, and the reason being is because yesterday we had a family gathering, a pre-Thanksgiving family gathering, because one, a lot of our family is going to be going elsewhere on Thanksgiving, and also we're at that point in our life, just like a lot of families, to where we are growing and expanding. And like I said, it's taking us in different directions during the holidays, more specifically Thanksgiving. So, so the idea, which was made a few weeks ago, literally, was to get everybody together for a Thanksgiving like meal. And that's what we did. We got together for a Thanksgiving like meal. And everything turned out fine. Now what's funny is this almost didn't happen because, long story short, just like a lot of families, as you get close to the holidays and all that, we kind of had a situation happen between my niece and my middle sister, my second older sister. And let's just say thank the Lord that things got resolved between them. Peace was made and all that. Things got resolved, peace was made. But it was one of those situations to where, just like a lot of families that go through it, just like a lot of families that go through it, you're wondering if things are going to be, if things are going to be affected, like if holiday gatherings and stuff are going to be affected by it. But thank the Lord it wasn't the case, because it was just one of those traditional, I wouldn't say traditional, but one of those, once in a while spats that basically when one or both have a lot on their minds personally, that it's like, okay, one's got to swallow the pride, or one's got to be given a cooling off period. And, thank God that kind of was what happened. Both needed to cool off and swallow the pride, and thank God that happened. So everything's cool, everything's all right. But anyway, after that, we all got together yesterday for the pre-Thanksgiving meal, because one, my oldest nephew and his wife, my niece-in-law, are going to be going to her family's on Thanksgiving, which is in the Stockton, Sacramento region, if you will. I think up in I don't know, I can't think of the name right now, but it's up there in the region, where it's kind of close to where they got married and all that. Well, I wouldn't say too close, but just in the vicinity, in the region, if you will. So they're going to go there. And then my second oldest sister, my middle sibling, if you will, she decided that because of everything that's been going on this year with her, personally and mentally, that she needed a break from the everyday craziness of the mundane life in Modesto, in the Modesto area, or the Modesto Empire area where she lives. So she made sure to check with her husband, and he has plenty of time. He has plenty of time when I set this right now, because our gardener's here. But like I said, he has, she double checked to make sure he has, plenty of time on the books, and he does. So they made plans to go to Universal this year in Southern California for Thanksgiving. Now I know some of you might be saying, well, that's kind of crazy for them to go at this time of year. It's going to be busy. Well, I think if you were to choose between now and Christmas, people would definitely choose now, because yeah, it might be crowded and busy, but not as bad as it will be during Christmas, if you know what I mean. So they're planning to go there. So what does that leave me, my mom, my older sister, her husband, their son, his girlfriend who we met last night, Um, you know, where does that leave, her? Or where does it leave them? Where does that leave my niece and her fiance and their son and daughter? Well, her son, not his son, but his soon-to-be stepson. And, their daughter. It's like, where does that leave all of us? Well, that leaves all of us getting together on Thursday, for Thanksgiving. So, we're going to get together for a traditional Thanksgiving dinner on Thursday. Well, everybody else is doing their own Thanksgiving routines or plans on that day as well. So basically having the family get together yesterday kind of helped out because it allowed all of us to at least get together for the holiday pre-style, if you know what I mean, pre-style. And what's funny is, I know we're not the only families out there in years, if not decades, that have gone through this. Because a lot of families have. A lot of families, have gone through this. As I drink some coffee here and make sure no flies get on it. But like I said, a lot of families, have gone through this. A lot of families go through these kind of changes. I mean, I was spending 12 Thanksgivings in Kansas, so that's a big change in its own right. I was spending 12 Thanksgivings in Kansas, so that was a big change, in its own right. So I know what it's like. I understand that, changes need to happen. Even though my mom, she's kind of old school, and she feels everybody should be together, which again, she has the right to feel, and I understand that. But, this is just a situation to where, everybody had different plans, some unexpected because of all the craziness going on, and they just need a break from the mundane life to kind of reignite that spark in them, once more. So why not go and have some fun at the Universal Studios and, basically come back all cheery and all that. And maybe down there they get gifts for everybody and be like, hey, this is a good time to do some gift shopping here and go from there. But we'll see what they do. We'll see what happens. But yeah, that's basically why me and my sister are off today, because yesterday she had to get up early and get everything ready, everything prepared and all that. And, basically, she did not feel, even my mom saw this, like, well, she's not going to feel like getting up and everything. And she didn't. And she suggested if I don't do it, she'll let me know. Not me, but she suggested if she don't go today, that I don't do it either. And, that way I don't have to, ask anybody last minute, hey, can you give me a ride to the bus stop? Or I have to walk down to the Walmart bus stop and probably miss the 319, which is basically the same bus as the, as the 311 stop in, the park. So I don't have to worry about that. So she basically said, just call out, do it unplanned if you have to, and we'll go from there. And that's what I did. And my mom was a little confused by it at first because she's used to things being old school wise and all that. But when finally explained to her, what was going on, I think honestly she was kind of glad she gets to sleep in just a little bit more. But she may not get used to that for long if, I stay on there permanently, even at a part-time basis with the schedule I have right